Let's talk about your flow of donors. Hi, I'm Brice Sokolowski, founder of CatholicFundraiser.net, and I help Catholics with their fundraising. And I want to talk with you today about something called the flow of donors. I've got my article, my blog, right in front of me. I'm going to be reviewing it. If you're not on my website, make sure to check it out, CatholicFundraiser.net. All of this information is available there. If you're on the YouTube, just the link is right below. If you're already on my website, fantastic. So, what am I talking about flow of donors? Well, when I started my fundraising, I recognized that the easiest way of fundraising is just to have a constant flow of donors coming in. That means instead of hunting and looking for people constantly, I wanted them to come to me. And one of the easiest ways that I found to do this is, well, with whatever website I had with the nonprofit charity or Catholic organization that I was working with. So I devised a method, and it's nothing new. I'm not having some type of secret, but I learned that if I do something with a website, I can create a flow of donors that are coming to me and that I can easily ask them to donate. So I hope this excites you, because it really, really excited me, because I was really tired of running around constantly asking people for donations from one parish to another. And I assume that you're in the same boat, is that you just want to get on with what you're doing and fundraising, make it as simple as possible. Well, to be honest, this is the easiest way of fundraising. I recommend it for everybody, and I'm going to walk you through the 3 simple steps on how to do it. So, number 1, you've got to have a website. Welcome, we're in the age of websites. You got to have a website. If you don't have a website, you don't need to worry. Websites, for the most part, are pretty free. You can either go on places like Squarespace, you can use Wix, you can use WordPress. Find something, pick something, have a website. I'm going to have a few links in the article with this video that outline recommendations for websites, what to use, what they call plugins, widgets, all that stuff. If it's overflowing and you think, I'm too old or I'm just not in the know, you don't need to worry, because I've listed it out, I've explained it step by step what you need to do. But number 1, you have to have a website. Don't think that you don't need a website, and don't fast forward and say, look, I'll do this later. The number 1 thing that you need to be doing as a nonprofit is, or if you're a religious order or your school or whatever, is you've got to have a website. Yeah? Number 2, with this website, and this is where most people, if you have a website, that's great, but step 2 is you got to drive traffic. That means people need to be showing up to your website. Think of it like you built a parish, you have a building and you're helping people. Well, if nobody's walking in and out, your mission really isn't helping anybody. So number 2, you got to be driving traffic, and it's easier than you think. I'll have a link again. There are going to be tons of links to this, but you've got to do something, if you fit in it, something called Google Grant. Google Grant, everybody knows Google and everybody knows what a grant is. Well, Google is offering grants, and Google is actually offering you $10,000 a month for free. I have to stress this, it's free, it's free, it's free. You get $10,000 worth of traffic every month to your website. So there really is almost no excuse, apart from, if you're in the education space, you might have to go at it from a different angle, but you've got to look at Google Grant. If you can't use Google Grant or you want something else, use something called Catholic AdNet. I'm a big fan. Get an account with them, and they're going to help Catholics find your website, and that's what you want, Catholics finding your website. And there are other ways of driving traffic. You probably know other people with websites. You probably know people who blog. I blog. There are tons of Catholics that blog, or there are news sites. Get linked with them and have them reference your website. You've got to be known, and trust me, going back to the flow of donors, if you start doing this, people start flowing in, because guess what? There are thousands, if not millions, of Catholics every day on a website, and they're going to find your they're on the internet. Sorry. They're on the internet, and they're going to find you. And that's the way that you start bringing in that flow. Now, the next thing, step 3, and this is where most people need the most help. Step 1, step 2, you should be able to do on your own. Step 3 is what I call segmenting. Some people call it funnels. Other people call it different things. But what you really want to do is, as those people start coming into your website, let's say there's 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 10,000, you can't make everybody, you can't put everybody in the same bucket. Some people are there to review what you're doing, some people want additional information, some people possibly do want to donate, or other people just want to reference you for something else. What you've got to do is create some type of segmentation. It's the technical term for a funnel, but what you've really got to do is just figure out, how do I divide this traffic up? And I'm starting to really focus my attention, because with fundraising, you don't really want to be spending a whole lot of time on it, my assumption is. So in order to save as much time as possible, you want to be doing segmenting. And I'm going to provide a few links on the article on how to do it. And it's going to make things so much easier. So why do I say this is so important? You know, I'm not going to be stressing anything that doesn't work. And I'm going to be showing you 3 examples from my experience, from people that I'm helping right now, that demonstrates why this is so important. So for one organization that I'm helping, for every person that visits their website, they're generating $2.43. Yes, it's that specific. That's how I know it. This works for every person. If they've got 10 people, they make about 24 bucks. If they have 100 people, they make 240 bucks. 1,000, 2,000. And the objective is now get as many people to their website, and they're going to be making funds. They're going to be generating funds. There's another organization that I'm helping. They generate 45 cents per visitor. Still pretty good. That means if they have 10 visitors, they're making $4. They're 100 visitors, $45. 1,000, 450. And now the objective is just to get as many people on their website. There's one more, and this is of a religious organization, a religious order that I'm helping. For every person that visits their website, they're generating $1.50. So instead of running around and figuring out who has money, who doesn't, this is so much easier because you're just getting that flow of people to your website, and you're generating this type of segmentation, which is simple. I'm going to be adding a few links so you can get started, and you're automatically generating funds while you're going off and doing your mission, because you don't want to be stopping your mission fundraising, and then going back to your mission. What you really want to do is just do your mission as much as you want, and every now and again make sure that the 1, 2, 3 are working properly, and it doesn't take a lot of time, but once it's in place, you're moving forward. So I'm going to stop my rant right now. Leave a comment, leave a like, let me know what you thought of this video. If you have any other questions, reach out to me. My contact information is on my website. God bless you, and I'll see you next week.